Hey guys, it's Barney here, back for another video, and I am back. Of course, it's been almost a month since my last upload, so apologies for that. And if you want to get right to the unboxing, of course, go ahead and click the timestamp in the video description, or I will put it in the pinned comment. But I just want to wobble on to you guys quickly why I've been away. Really, it's just been because I've had a lot more work recently, which is my day job, of course, which pays the bills. And also I've recently, just the last week, I was on holiday, and I didn't prepare anything for you guys during that time, so apologies on that. But I have a lot of things stacked up ready to do a video on and get out to you guys, so stay tuned. I will have a few videos coming out this week and possibly a few more next week. And also I would like to thank everyone who has subscribed. During my time away, I have received around 250 subscribers, so huge thanks to you guys for that. The channel is just blowing up, in my opinion. It is doing much better. Of course, it is doing a lot better than what I expected. Never expected this. Never expected in the first year to receive 1,000 subscribers, and for it to continue the way it is. I really do appreciate your guys' support. So to all you newcomers, hello and welcome. This channel is of course based on technology. It's pretty much all my purchases, and recently here and there I am getting products sent to me from smaller companies, so that again is because of your guys' support. But anyway, we will get to this unboxing. You will know what it is. Of course, the title does state it is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES or SNES. This is the Classic Mini, which goes in the Nintendo Classic Mini line, which started off with the NES Classic, which I did purchase and I did unbox. So if you want to see that, go ahead and click the card just at the top there, or find the link in the video description. But yeah, here we have it. This is a much better console for us guys in the UK because it is more the popular console out of the two. The NES wasn't really a big thing here in the UK. It was the SNES, although the SNES did take a long time to get here to the UK, which most other Nintendo consoles did in the past. But yeah, this is just a nostalgia piece. You can of course go ahead and get an emulator yourself, but if you don't know how to do that, of course it's not too hard. But if you just want to go ahead and get something with pre-installed stuff, this is the way to go, although you have to be quick. Now the NES, I pre-ordered that when it was announced back in July of the year it was announced. I can't really remember, but yeah, I went ahead and pre-ordered that on Amazon, and then soon, near towards down the line, it did sell out. You couldn't pre-order, and then on its release, when it was in stores, it sold out, and it was reselling for prices up to almost £1,000. Someone even listed one at £10,000 on eBay, which is crazy, stupid. I don't even know why they did it. No one would have ever paid that price. But you do have people, those scalpers and resellers, pricing this way above retail. This and of course the NES. And yeah, the NES retailed for $49.99, and this SNES Classic is retailing for $69.99. However, like I said, it is sold out as of recording the video, and you are having to pay the resale, which I've seen them going for between $130 and $150. I would have never paid that. That's why I try and get in super early to pre-order mine. But yeah, here we have it. Again, like I said, more price this time round, but we do have two controllers. Of course, though, we are getting less games. I think it was 30 or 40 games for the NES. This time we're only getting 20 games, plus one, which is the Star Fox 2, which was an unreleased title. Again, typical stuff from Nintendo. The AC adapter is not included, but everyone's probably got one lying around. They do include the USB charge cable, which is a good thing, and I believe that's to power it. You just plug it in the cable and it's away you go. Packaging, a lot more smaller footprint this time. And one more thing, as you can see, the design, it is different to the US. The US wanted to go differently. This is the Japan model, so it's the model that they intended to do, but the American market wanted something different. So the American Super Nintendo is a lot more squarer to this, and it's got different color accents. It's got like a lavender kind of color, lilac, sort of looks like those horrible sweets that I really don't like, Parma violets. So that's what it looks like you've got on the controller. But anyway, let's flip over to the back of the box and we'll run down a few of the games. And those games are Super Mario World, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Super Mario Kart, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Contra 3, of course Star Fox 2, which is the unreleased game, and they include Star Fox. The first one, of course, which is good because then you can do them both. Kirby games, Donkey Kong, all that good stuff. Super Punch Out. So a very good lineup of games this time round. Now the NES, I'm not saying it had a bad lineup, but it wasn't as good as what this is, of course. And of course, like I said, this was a much more popular console here in the UK. So all the games, although I played a lot of the games on the NES, these are more my childhood. So Mario Kart, I'm really excited about that, Super Mario Kart. My best Mario Kart game, of course, was Mario Kart 64, which of course was on the Nintendo 64, and that I hope will be the next classic console from Nintendo. I'll definitely be getting that. I hope they put in some of those good games on that. But yeah, let's open this up and take a look at the console itself. And straight on the top here we get the usual literature from Nintendo. It's your operation manual, and then we get in here, I believe it's a code of some sort, probably a Nintendo code for points. So yeah, you get 300 platinum points. It's valid until November next year, and I'll probably go ahead and show you guys that now. So there you are. If you want to claim that code, you can go ahead and do so, because I will not be using them because I do not really play Nintendo consoles online, and this of course won't have that feature. It's just probably of course for your Nintendo Switch or DS or anything like that, or your Wii U if you're still playing the Wii U. But yeah, what I want to get to is the controller. As you remember, the NES controller on the Classic Mini, it was a really short controller. You had to sit very close to the TV or have the console right across the floor. But this looks to be a longer cable this time round, which is very nice. So let's take off all this plastic. I can see straight away with it all wrapped up like this, it's going to be a much longer cable, which is very good. And yeah, you have a huge length. I think before the length of the cable was just literally, it went up to like there or something. So they've added an extra bit of cable length this time around for the SNES, and the controller, very nice feeling, a little bit spongy on the D-pad, but you get that nostalgic feel. And of course the controllers are pretty much on par to the original console itself. The only thing that's small really in this is the console, which let's go ahead and take a look at. We don't need to look at the other controller because we've seen it already. In the bottom here, micro USB cable and the HDMI cable, so that's very nice there. And then here, wow, it's just the same when the NES, when I opened that, the mini NES, it's so small. So let's try and zoom in, but we're not going to be able to do that. But yeah, really small. As you can see, it just fits in your hand. Like I said, the controller is taller than the console itself. Yeah, very nice. Here you do have your power on off button. You've got your cartridge slot, which doesn't open, of course, an eject button which isn't functional, but you got your reset button there, power on off, your power indicator light there, and then on the front you have your controller ports, but for some reason they have decided to have it as a cover. Now the NES didn't have this cover, they actually had the ports just there, which probably would have been nicer if they did that on this, but I suppose if you're just having it up on your side on display, it looks good like that. So that is a little bit, I suppose they probably couldn't do it any other way. I hope it doesn't break over time. I don't know how sturdy it's going to be and how well it's going to live up, but yeah, good typical Nintendo stuff as you'd expect, and not much else really to it. You got your stoppers on the bottom there, you got your HDMI out and your DC in, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Really, it does look nice if you want to put it on display, but yeah, there you have it, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, of course SNES or SNES, retails for $69.99, but of course you're probably not going to get that now. They may have restocks all the way through to January like they did with the NES, however they're hard to come by, the restocks. You've got to be pretty fast to get there and get your own, and then of course Nintendo, like they did with the NES Classic, they'll probably go ahead and discontinue this one just as they did with that, which I don't understand why, because it's such a popular item, they can make a lot of money off it, but they went ahead and discontinued the NES, and they'll probably go ahead and do the same with this. And then the announcement early next year, I expect March, April time, they'll probably go ahead and announce the Nintendo 64 Classic, which, like I said, I will be straight onto that one as well, because that is one of my best consoles. Really enjoyed my time with the N64 back in my childhood days, playing a lot of 007 GoldenEye, one of my best ever FPS games. That's what kicked it off for me, and then of course Mario 64 and a lot more awesome games. I could go all day mentioning them, but this video would be even longer than what it should have been. So thanks again guys for watching. I really did hope you enjoyed this. You probably have seen a lot already about this console. It's been out for around a week or two now, I believe. But yeah, if you want me to follow up with a review and possible gameplay, I will try my best to do so. But yeah, that's just a quick video. Make sure of course to leave that thumbs up if you did enjoy, and again subscribe if you did, and don't forget to turn on those notifications to be notified with all my upcoming uploads. Thanks guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.